podcast.
Hi everyone, so we did 10 minutes live and 10 minutes embargo. If you want to ask a question, just raise your hand. Tony, I don't know if you want to go first.
Thank you.
Hi, Tony.
First of all, any news? Everyone okay, I hope?
Yeah, no, everyone is absolutely fine. So Conor Hurley joined up with the team today after his move to Sheffield United, and so we're all fit and ready to go.
Would you think that Conor, because the move came so late and his travel over here was made, would that affect your thinking on whether to start him?
No, it won't at all. We've got a fully fit squad, obviously, apart from the players who withdrew in advance of the squad. But since we've announced the squad, we've everyone fully fit for the game tomorrow.
Now, something I said to Seamus yesterday, but the fact that Ronaldo is playing tomorrow, I mean, he's such a world figure in the game. Yes, your thoughts on him? I know there's plenty of other players at Portugal have, but your thoughts on Ronaldo in particular? And a chance of breaking that record?
Well, he's without doubt, he's an outstanding talent and has been for nearly two decades now. Really, he's for such a long period of time since he forced the marriage. But you're right that they have a lot of good players. So, Portugal, a lot of good players all over the park. So, but from our point of view, it's a great game for us. I think it's an important World Cup qualifier, and the players, we feel we've got a lot of potential in our team. We've blooded a lot of players, given 11 players a competitive international debut. We've given other players some friendly games, and we're building a team, and we're looking for to see even more progress with a good June window. We want to carry that into this window now, and with the game against Portugal, and we're looking forward to the game.
You've got to see Portugal during the Euros. What struck you about them? What did you learn? What do you think you can do to stop them and Ronaldo tomorrow?
Yeah, I've seen them in Munich, of course, in the game against Germany 4-2, and I see them draw in Budapest with France, which was an excellent game. But I felt they were probably unfortunate to lose to Belgium in the end in the quarter final. They played very well in the second half of that game, so I felt they were unfortunate. Obviously, they're the Nations League holders and the previous European champions, so they're a very strong team regardless. But we're really focusing on ourselves. We've done our homework on Portugal. We know their strengths, but we want to focus on playing well ourselves and putting in a very strong performance here tomorrow night.
Question from someone. What's the problem with the mic, sir? You waiting for the mic?
I need them to come here.
Come to the microphone. If you want to ask a question, if you could go to one of the microphones, that would really appreciate it. So, next question, please, Dave. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Stephen, you mentioned there about focusing on working. How can you cause Portugal problems?
That we have to carry an attacking threat. We can't afford to defend for 90 minutes, and it's not the way we're set up to do that, and it's not our intention. And we have to carry an attacking threat, and we cannot. Portugal have too much quality to sit back for 90 minutes. It's not workable to do that, and we have to have belief in ourselves to carry an attacking threat, and that's certainly our ambition.
For someone like Troy Parry, who obviously got his first goal and it's actually kicked on a little bit, done well since he's got his own move, his confidence would be so high at the moment.
Yeah, Troy has done well, and we forget he's still so young, and he's 19, and the goals that he got in the summer will boost his confidence, and it's always good to get off the mark at international level for every player. And so in him and other young players, but I think it's the balance between experienced players and young players in the squad now, and it's a good. You can see the connection between them, and there's a good rapport, and we need that to manifest itself into strong performances this week.
And on that, Seamus, how are you finding that dynamic now in terms of over the last while with the new players coming in and the experience and stuff?
Yeah, listen, I was one of them young players before, and you look towards the senior players for standards, for the way they behave around the place, for the pride they have in the shirt every time they go out, every time they meet up. So as senior players, it's important that we give off that example, and the young lads learn from us as much as they can. So the mix is there, and I'm quite happy with how we are as a group as well. I think we've always been a together unit, and that will continue. And as far as me and the senior lads go, we'll always be doing the right things, whether that be around the hotel or on the training pitch, to show how important it is to turn up and be proud to put on that green shirt.
Okay, Gavin.
Seamus, just given the whole world is looking at this game as the game in which Ronaldo might break the record, how motivated are you and the players in terms of wanting to ruin the coronation, ruin the party?
No, listen, it's not a case of ruining any parties or anything like that. I think, like the manager touched on, we've got to focus on ourselves. I think everyone in the room and everyone in the world knows how important and how amazing Cristiano Ronaldo has been over the last 15 years. It's incredible, really, the numbers that he's provided over that course of time. So as a group, we've got to focus on what our plan is tomorrow, and how we can obviously stop them players. There's a few of them that you need to keep an eye on, and what we can bring to the game. But yeah, listen, it's going to be tough. He's one of the best players that's ever played the game, and listen, we're looking forward to getting out there and playing against him. But ultimately, we will have our own plan and try and take that to them as well.
Thanks. And just one for Stephen. Stephen, is match fitness your main criteria when it comes to selections tomorrow? Particularly in midfield, there's guys who you haven't played a whole lot this season. Are they ready to play tomorrow night?
No, you are correct. I think we would prefer our midfield players to be playing more regularly with their clubs. It has been a bit disappointing for us that is not the case. However, 3 of them have secured loan moves this week to other clubs, so you would imagine that they will get more regular football now. That's the reason they've moved, and that would be important for them, I think. So yeah, that has to come into some of my thinking in relation to, we need energy. We need energy against Portugal, and that has to come into, but it's not one criteria for the whole team. It's not a measurement table. We have to take each position on its merits, and so. A lot of the players, some of the players that haven't started pre-season or haven't started their first opening games in the season, nonetheless have played games in pre-season, which was only a couple of weeks ago, and have had a full 6 weeks or 5 weeks pre-season before that. So it's not like the October and November window where they won't have played for a long period. Some of them, it's not that long since some of them have played games, even if it hasn't been competitive games.
Paul, if you want to ask the final questions of the live section, then we'll cut to the email.
Seamus, did you play against Cristiano in the Premier League?
No, I missed out on him when I think he did he leave in 2009 or something, or 2010. I just went over, so no, I've not played against him, only in a pre-season friendly, but tomorrow will be the first competitive game.
Do you expect him to play as a central kind of striker, or do you expect him to be playing wide, or it's a question for either of you? What are you expecting that this older Ronaldo is a player who will be playing more as a striker?
I don't know what the Portugal manager will be doing, but I think from watching the last few years of Cristiano Ronaldo, he's been more more central, but everybody's dangerous as ever. So again, I don't know what the manager will be planning on doing.
Yeah, likewise. He has been mainly used as a centre forward for Portugal, unless on occasions Andre Silva plays, and he plays slightly to the left of Andre Silva, but certainly the majority of the games he's been played recently as a central striker.
Stephen, it's a big week for you and the Irish team. After a sluggish World Cup start, what will be a good points return for the next 3 games?
Well, I think 9 would be a brilliant return, there's no doubt about that. I think we'd like to have the maximum amount of points that we could, but we haven't set ourselves a target this week. I think we're focused on a performance tomorrow, and then we can look at Azerbaijan and then Serbia. I think we've 3 tough games this week. It's a real tough week. We know that 3 in 6 days. We're aware of that. But the atmosphere in the squad is excellent, and we understand that we have a big challenge tomorrow. But we want to put in a really strong performance, and we're excited about the game. We know Portugal are a terrific team, and we've got to show our quality tomorrow night, and that's a big challenge for us.
John Collins, please.
For me, James, the last time we played the top 10 team in the world in England last November, I think it was the day we did play, but that was really a one-sided match. From what you've seen being in the camp state, particularly in the summer, do you feel this team is further along in the development and gives the team a calibre a better game?
Yeah, I think the summer was good for us. I think we played better. We kind of had more time together as well as a group, and we came away from the summer games quite happy. And listen, we've all went back to our clubs. We all come back here eager to impress. And listen, we know that it's going to be a tough game against a top nation. But like always, anytime we go out there playing from the country, I'm confident, and the lads will be confident, and we understand that we'll be underdogs, and we might have to dig in at different times. But I do feel that we've kind of came together as a group more since that game, and I do think the summer was a big part in that as well.
Hey Steve, you spoke about the midfielders there, but can I just ask about the performance of your defenders? The fact that Shane Duffy is playing, John Egan is playing, Darragh O'Shea, Seamus, and you have them all available at the same time. Is that something you sort of welcome?
Yeah, and that's been a real plus for us. That our defenders have been playing regularly and in good form. I think Shane Duffy's resurgence at Brighton, Darragh O'Shea doing really well at West Brom, and John Egan playing, skipper in Sheffield United. Although the team are not doing well, he's playing every week, and his standards never drop. Seamus is in a rich vein of form at Everton, they're flying and doing well. And Matt Doherty, although he's not been a regular in the league team, has played vital Europa League games. Ryan Manning has been playing at Swansea, and James McLean has just got to move to Wigan and played, in 3 games last week. Started 1 and played in 3 games. So a lot of players have played games, and that's of our defenders, and that's very important.
Seamus, can I just ask you, I think we probably spoke to you about Shane Duffy in the summer, and the questions were about maybe the tough time he'd had and what had come before. But from your perspective, how heartened are you to see him come back and play 3 Premier League or 4 Premier League games now and get himself going?
Firstly, like I said to you in the summer, I'm not one bit surprised. He's made of different stuff. He's come through a tough school with David Moyes, similar to myself, where you just get your head down and get on with it, and that's what he's done. I think I touched on when I spoke about him last. No one understood maybe the hard times that he had last year, and we've touched on it before, the loss of his father. But he took the Celtic loan on the chin, and he's come back fully focused. His attitude never dropped, never changed. Keeps working hard, and I'm delighted, and I think a lot of Irish fans are delighted to see how well he started at Brighton. But the main thing, and I said at the start, is I'm not one bit surprised because he's made a different stuff. Yeah.
Owen? James, you said earlier about the young players coming through and how the senior players helped you when you first got into the squad. Who were those players, or what did they do that helped you settle in?
To be honest, like when I came in, I personally just had my own standards anyway. I wanted to work hard, but you're just looking at the way the senior lads carried themselves, and you know, straight away, like someone like John O'Shea pops into your head, over 100 caps, modest, humble, never complained about anything in training. You know, if things went right, he was just always got on with it. And for me, that's a model professional who I learned a lot from looking up to him. And then you had like Damien Duff, Robbie Keane, Shay Given, all massive names in Irish football, but the pride they had when they put on that shirt, you just knew it, and you would be in a team talk with Robbie Keane and you could just feel the pride coming from him before the game. So just a great school for me to come through. Even, you know, Kevin Kilban and people like that, just really proud and really honoured to come away and be part of their national team. So ultimately it's up to you as an individual to take that on board and to realise, you know, the opportunity you've been given, and I was delighted to learn from them lads.
I don't think in the past you spoke about young players coming through, not Irish players necessarily, but players have to raise their standards. Do these Irish players have the right attributes?
Yeah, everyone that comes in to play for their countries, so proud, and you know, I'm sure all these lads coming through have the right attributes. I can only speak on behalf of myself. You just need to keep your head down, work hard every day, never take anything for granted, never think that you've made it, and keep grinding every single day. And if these lads coming through do that, then I'm sure they'll go on to have great careers, club and country. And from what I've seen so far, everyone is so happy to be part of this group and very honoured, and long may that continue. And ultimately then it's just about making sure that we get results on the pitch as well.
Stephen, do you make special plans for command marking?
No, I think, listen, the Portugal's front four really, and their overlapping fullbacks are a real stress, and the front four are all equally dangerous, to be honest. And so we have to defend as a unit against a potent attack and show our quality as a defence. And but we've got to, as I said earlier on, we can't just hope to defend. We've got to look to play tomorrow night and show our quality in possession and carry the attack and threat, and that has to be the way we approach the game.